Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down for this offense. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff from the gun. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Really nice run there. Listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Let's go. On the move. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He'll try it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
They're about to exhaust their opening script on the first drive of the game. 12th play coming up here on 3rd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game. And that's really good initial defense, man. They did a great job. You could tell he wanted to throw the football. They take it away. 3rd down's a big down. You could tell scrambling, try to get in the end zone. Nice job by the defense, corralling him, getting on the ground, and now bringing up a big 4th down.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Trying play action. Sends it downfield. Picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
After watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. And he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. On first down from the 13-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And stampeding through the defense. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
On second down, he'll fire. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Third down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already put 1-3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Never a doubt. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida State is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days when Bobby Bowden walked the sidelines, this has not been a blowout today in Tallahassee. They're up by 7 over Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Headed to the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Number 3 in the end zone.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fair catch called for and made. Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo. Quarterback will audible. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Got his man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Here comes the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great job staying home by the defense there. Offense trying to go option. The QB keeps it, but you see the great assignment football. Everybody's staying where they're supposed to be, and they're able to rally to the quarterback and tackle him for a loss.
Wide open downfield. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on 1st down, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it, using his legs to buy some time. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown time!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
All wideouts, no backs. He wants to throw here on second down. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins, not this time.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play. And that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Inside the 15. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. He's going to pass. It's complete to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's running in the open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
First down for the offense.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. They'll throw it on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On second down, they'll take to the air. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Got room at the 35. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's just got to be nice to have a running back that can make big-time plays with his feet. First down, second down, third down right here. His opportunity, he gets the football, makes a huge gain. He makes this offense go, and it makes it so easy to be a play caller.
Comes out throwing on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You have to imagine the game plan in the second half. Being down, I got to come out and throw the football successfully, but how about this offensive line? They don't do their job. They don't protect their guy, and the defense setting the tone right out the gate.
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Tide offense rolls onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Second down coming up. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 45, on his way. He's now up to 83 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game record.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Working the middle, it's complete. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the offense. To the ground with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out.
Alabama, 19. Ohio State, 7.
And to open the 4th quarter, they'll start with a field goal attempt. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Georgia. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. The give to the fullback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. Now they're going to throw it. He's going to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper. Understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Power football with the run. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. And the Buckeyes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Well, there you're seeing the mentality of this head coach in the game, going for it on 4th down. A lot of guys would have tried to kick a field goal, but I think this guy knows, hey, we're not going to win this game putting 3s up on the board. We need touchdowns. Nice attitude.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Offense getting set for 1st down. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. block better? How about the offensive lineman push the guy backwards and make some holes?
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. There's a live football. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Got enough space, and he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Number 22.
Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. That Alabama offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Give as they work on that clock. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Running behind that left side. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. He now has 111 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment, or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.